is this girl? What's good, everybody? Thank you all so much for clicking on the video. I really appreciate it. We are here today to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 15, episode 6. And the name of the episode is called Star Signs and Bad Times. Who is this girl, Amanda? Who is she? The thing is, I feel like I don't like Amanda right now, but I can't deny it. She is good TV.
I'm sorry. I have to be honest about it.
She is good TV. This girl is literally weaponizing her son's death to win an argument or to, get out of an argument. And listen, this is good TV. This is good TV. She wrong, but I feel like she's good TV, okay? I'm sorry I'm late. This week, I'm going to try to catch up with everything, and we should be on our regularly scheduled program this week. I had a lot going on, and I feel like my note-taking process and stuff just takes too long, but I'm going to try to plan on if we're doing Beverly Hills Live, of course, but the thing is that Beverly Hills and Traders come on the same day, and so that's kind of hard for me. But I'm just gonna have to start changing the way I do stuff, and I can't do the reviews as detailed as I would like them to. But I have something to say about everything, and so that's the thing for me. I have something to say about everything. It ain't nothing. But just pick up the good parts. The good parts is everything. These are my girls, and that's usually how I feel about any show that I'm reviewing. Okay. So the episode started off, we see a montage of all the girls. We see Kyle. Kyle is trying to get out of her driveway, and she got 5 black cars sitting in her driveway. And Kyle got the type of problems I want to have. She don't got any type of 5 black cars. She got 5 black cars that could really, be used as uber black, sitting in her driveway, and she got the key to all of them, but she was using the wrong key to get in the car. You get what I'm saying? It reminds me of what Nene said when she said,
Bitch, I got all kind of cars right now. I don't give a what was repossessed. You just check my crib, bitch, and see the cars in my garage when you lift the goddamn garage up.
But the episode really started off with Rachel Zoe, okay? I think that Rachel Zoe is a great addition to the show. I think that joining the Housewives could be a tough needle to thread, and you don't want to come off as too much, and you don't also want to do too little. But I think that Rachel seems to be coming in just right. I enjoy seeing Rachel Zoe on the screen. I enjoy seeing Rachel Zoe's family. We only saw Kaya so far, but I'm pretty sure her oldest son, I saw clips of her oldest son on the show as well. So I'm really enjoying seeing Rachel Zoe and what she's bringing to the show. I actually like her, okay? So she's shopping at Chanel, and she meets Beau's there. Beau's is bloated, so she's not going to be shopping. Well, she's not going to be shopping for clothes, at least. And they started talking about Amanda, okay? Rachel said that she noticed that Amanda is very systematic, and everything with Amanda has to be laid out. I am the same way. I am not a wing it type of person. For the most part, everything for me has to be planned out. And what I'm also noticing is I don't like to tell people my plans because I don't like nobody checking in on me, if that makes sense. Like if I say I'm going to do something, let me do it. But I don't need you to come and tell me, did you do this? I don't need nobody checking in on me. I don't know what that is, but I just don't like it. You know what I'm saying? But, I identify with, I'm not a wing it type of person. It really depends on what I'm doing in my day-to-day. Maybe if I'm on vacation or something, I could wing it. But if not, I'm a type of person who everything has to be planned out a certain type of way. They ended up talking about the information that Amanda got about Avi. They said that it wasn't accidental. Bose feels like that she wanted to drop it in to gain points, and it backfired. Now, I'm trying to understand what Bose meant by that. Gain points how, right? I don't feel like Bose was clear when she said that. I felt like that she was trying to gag Sutton or comfort Sutton. And I do feel like it did backfire, like Beau said, because now all of the women are looking at her sideways or looking at her like she's trying to be messy or start shit, okay? Then Beau started talking about Amanda calling herself the money queen. She said this girl never had a job. How can you tell people how to get money? And I think that is so rich, heavy on the rich. I want to use that word loosely, okay? But I think that is so rich coming from Beau because it seems like Beau is so invested in how Amanda makes her money. But in the after show, Jennifer Tilly said she was also shocked because they kind of do the same thing. And that's how I feel as well. When Amanda explained what she did, I kind of felt like that's what Beau's does now. Now, I don't know how she made her money before, but when we saw the Beau's workshop and the badass workshop, it seems like that Beau's and Amanda do the same thing. So I don't know why she's so invested or trying to, poke holes or make fun of Amanda. Next, we see Amanda. Amanda has a rental home in Newport Beach. She said that she signed a year lease. Okay. Now she's talking to Eddie about the Sedona trip, specifically what happened with her in Sutton. Eddie tells her, well, she obviously doesn't know you. She only gets a few more strikes before you cut a bitch down. And I'm here to see Amanda cut a bitch down.
Yup.
I want to see her cut a bitch down. I can look at her and tell that she could really cut a bitch down. You get what I'm saying? I could look at her and tell. I could see it. I can see it. Okay. My thing is nobody's fucking with Amanda though. Well, let me back up. Sutton with the whole Missy thing, I do feel like that was passive aggressive, and I do feel like that was nasty from Sutton. But the thing is, Amanda started with Sutton. And that's just the truth. Okay. Amanda shares that 3 years ago she had twins, Cannon and Zion. She had them 11 weeks early, and Zion died at 5 days old. Eddie shares that when Amanda was in Sedona, he was putting the kids to bed, and he said that he felt Zion's presence when he was putting the kids to bed.
Please go away from me with this.
Okay. Now, the twins' birthday is coming up, and Amanda says that it's a joyous and sad week since Zion died 5 days after he was born. Okay. She said they usually spend the week celebrating for how far Cannon has come, because Cannon was also, he didn't pass away, but when she had them at 11 weeks, they were both in the NICU, and Cannon stayed in the NICU for 62 days. And 5 days later in that week, it's sad for them because Zion didn't make it. Next, we got Dorit. Dorit found a new management team. Dorit says that she needs to work and she wants to be able to buy anything she wants for her and her kids without any worry. I've seen Dorit doing a lot lately. She's in a lot of commercials on Bravo that we've seen. And so she does seem to be working a lot more than she was when she was with PK. Dorit shares that she signed a book deal and she's writing a memoir, and she wants people to be able to pick up her book and think that they know her so much better after reading her book. Okay. I think Dorit's goal needs to be to inspire people, because I just don't really see Dorit being raw and unfiltered in her book. Now, the thing is, everybody wonders what she could write a book about. Now, I have suggestions. Suggestions. How about faking a robbery and not getting caught?
Yes. It had nothing to do with how bad it makes me look. It had everything to do with the fact that
Since y'all want to believe so bad that she didn't get robbed, right? How about making a book about faking a robbery and not getting caught? Okay? Because other people can learn from Dorit. Let y'all tell it, okay? We did not wake up one morning and see Dorit and PK looking high in Cooter Brown with mugshots. And the crazy thing is, every time we talk about Wendy, everybody always bring up Dorit. Wendy was arrested. Wendy and Eddie were arrested a little over a year after the robbery took place. Dorit hasn't been arrested, and it's been over 4 years. So if y'all really feel like that Dorit was robbed, she actually did a good job, right? I mean, we actually saw people walking out of her house. Baby, the police say wasn't nobody in Eddie and Wendy house at all. Not even Ghost.
You's a stupid motherfucker.
Next, we got Kyle and Sutton. Okay, so they meet at a sauna, and the sauna was at 159 degrees. No way. I haven't been into a sauna in years. When I used to go to the gym, not used to go to the gym. I don't know. I haven't been in the sauna in years because I feel like with gyms, and listen, don't judge me. I just feel like sometimes when people are in the saunas, it seems like that they're trying to do, it's like a cruising thing. You know what I'm saying? You see niggas going into the sauna. And when I say niggas, I don't mean just black people. Okay. But I feel like every time I see people in the gym that's going to the sauna, you see some dudes in there trying to cruise. And I just don't have time for that. To me, I just can't stand it. You be seeing dudes who got memberships just to go and get into the sauna. And my thing is, why are we going to the sauna and we taking off all our clothes and just got a towel on in the sauna? For what? Like, what sense does that make? What sense does that make? I never understood that. When I used to work in West Hollywood, we had a sauna that was in, so you come into the gym, you're on one level, but you can go down one level. You can go down another level. But the sauna and the steam room was both co-ed. And women would feel uncomfortable in West Hollywood going into the sauna, baby, because niggas would be cruising in the sauna. Yes, baby, the sauna and the steam room. They will be cruising in the sauna and the steam room. And my thing is, y'all got these women feeling uncomfortable. Almost like y'all need to leave up out of here because we trying to make something happen, girl. Baby, that was a mess. Okay. Kyle shares that after Sutton snapped at her and Jennifer Tilly, they both went to the restroom, and Tilly said that everything is always about Sutton, and that she sees why Garcelle isn't Sutton's friend anymore, and that Sutton can be problematic. Okay, Sutton is upset because Jennifer knows exactly how painful her fallout with Garcelle was, which makes it feel like a low blow. I can't stand no bitch like Kyle. Yes, I would appreciate a friend who was loyal to me and told me what they heard about me, but it seems like every time Kyle sits down with Sutton, it seems to be some bullshit, or Kyle is coming back to tell Sutton something someone said about her. And I just don't have time for that. Like, grow up. Grow up. I don't like to be in a negative, dark space, you know what I'm saying? Or in a dark place where I'm always sitting on ready or trying to fight somebody. Like, I don't have time for that. And when people do stuff but like Kyle is doing, they want to see you react.
Message.
They want to see a reaction from you. And I feel like they're being messy and they don't have your best interest at heart. Like, I'm the type of friend, if it's not really important or significant, I won't even come back and tell you. I just feel like it's immature. And my thing is, why is everybody coming up to Kyle and telling her information about Sutton? Sutton needs to really wonder that. So you got Amanda coming up to you when the person allegedly told her friend about Ivy, or whatever went on with Ivy. She coming to tell Kyle. And then now you got Jennifer Tilly coming to tell Kyle. Now, we did actually see that, but my thing is, like, why are you bringing it back to me?
She's messy.
It's just messy. I don't like it. Then we got Bose. Bose is in Vegas with Keely. When she met with Rachel, she shared that she had an ultrasound and she had 6 egg houses. So she's in Vegas to get the eggs retrieved, and then she would have a better chance of having a fertilized embryo. Bo says that the process is hard, draining, tiring, and emotionally taxing, and she can't keep doing it. She said that she never had a smooth pregnancy before, and if it doesn't work out, she's worried about Keely's overall satisfaction. And if she can't have a child, what does this mean? So this has to work. I am so upset with Bose. For the life of me, I cannot understand why Bose feel the needs to put this pressure on herself and her body to give Keely a baby. Keely is a man in his 40s. If he hasn't had a baby by now, that's his fucking problem.
No, your dick's the motherfucking problem.
And I read her book, so I know how hard both of her pregnancies were and what she went through. And I just don't understand why she's trying to risk it all for Keely.
I just don't get it.
I know that they engaged and they set to get married soon, but I don't even think she knows that man well enough to risk her life trying to give him a baby. Bose, you have a 16-year-old daughter walking around here. You have a daughter in Lael. Isn't she enough? It seems like, well, basically, she said this needs to work. So it's giving Keely wants a child that's his. And the only option is the woman that he's dating needs to have a baby. I don't like this, especially coming from a woman who is accomplished as Bose claims to be. Baby, you can lose your life giving birth. Bose is 49 years old. Bose is 49 years old. And I'm not saying that it can't happen, but I'm just saying I read Bose's book and her first 2 pregnancies were hard. She ended up losing her first baby, Eve. And she was hell-bound and determined to have Lael. And so I just don't, I don't think that Keely shouldn't have you getting ready to risk your life.
You're stupid, girl.
And my thing with Bose is, are you planning on carrying the baby? Like, I want to hear conversations. What is Keely telling you that you feel so much pressure to try to give him a baby? It's giving pick me. I'm sorry, it's giving pick me. And I like Bose, but it's giving pick me. Next, we got Rachel. Rachel is having a dinner party, and there is going to be a psychic there. Do y'all remember Alison Dubois smoking with e-cigarettes? She was smoking with e-cigarettes, And she told Kyle that Mauricio would never emotionally fulfill her. They showed a clip of it, baby. I loved it. Baby, that was before I even watched the Housewives of Beverly Hills. I saw that scene first. I did. I remember watching that. I remember watching that episode with my mama, baby. That was an iconic episode. But, you know, I feel like Alison Dubois was right because we now know that Kyle was an undercover lesbian.
What about your lesbian relationship, bitch? What about it?
A bulldecker. Kyle was a bulldecker the whole time. And so it gave me that she was on a DL, the female version of a DL. Okay. I remember I had a friend who told me she felt like that she was gay. I knew she was gay. You know, we had went to elementary school, middle school. We went to high school together for 1 year. And then we ended up being, you know, being friends with each other at college. And she told me that she felt like that she was gay. But life is not meant to be happy. That we were put on this earth to be fruitful, multiply, and carry life forward.
What?
And I think about her telling me that often. Now I know that she has a baby. She's probably engaged or she's probably married now. I hadn't seen or spoken to her in years, but I'm pretty she has a baby. And so she's probably married. I'm not sure, but I think about her often and her telling me that. And you know, what type of life she's living or how she feels about life right now. I also had a family member who had relationships or sex with the same sex tell me that being gay is an unhappy lifestyle. It's nothing but a bunch of heartbreak.
In some ways.
And they are now with someone of the opposite sex and they are going through it. They'll probably never admit it. But every time I hear stories about them, baby, they are over there going through it. Anyway, Rachel's dinner party is the day of Zion's, Amanda's deceased son's party. And so she warns Kyle, she's riding over to Rachel's house with Kyle, and she warns Kyle that if she's weird, that's the reason. My thing is, girl, you could have stayed home.
You need to go home.
I'm sure if Beau's commits to dinner so she can get her eggs retrieved, then certainly people would understand you staying home because it's the anniversary of your son's death. And speaking of anniversary of her son's death, because that's the word that she used, the word anniversary for a death never sat well with me. Anniversary just sounds like a joyous or a celebratory occasion. You get what I'm saying? I'd rather use death date or death. I don't like to use the word death anniversary. I don't know. That just always felt weird to me. Now, Rachel lights are out. The lights are out on her entire block. And not only is her lights out, Kathy's lights are out. So Kathy is going to go to Sutton's house so she can use her electricity so she can blow dry her hair and come to Rachel's dinner. Now Sutton is riding with Erica to Rachel's, and Sutton is upset, and she plans on talking to Jennifer Tilly, and she uses the word she gonna have to get this off her chest, like she just that girl. Now she told Erica days before, and Erica was taken aback. Sutton says that Tilly could have came to her first, but my thing with you, Sutton, is that when she tried to speak, you shut her down. So what could she come to you to talk to you about? And then Sutton says Jennifer has no idea who she's dealing with. Oh, bitch, please. I am so shocked that Sutton is talking like this about her friend. And it seems like Sutton feels like she's this tough bitch. Like you that bitch. You not that girl, mama. The only reason why you get away with your antics is because you're weak and fragile and people choose not to engage with you.
Yes, baby.
That's the only reason why you get away with your antics. I think that Twitter kind of hype her up. But girl, you are weak and fragile. We have yet to see someone go toe-to-toe with Sutton outside of Diana and Erica Jane. And when they did, Sutton just sat there in tears when she was getting into it with Diana. Okay? And when it was Erica Jane, she got the running. She got the crying. She got the running. Leaving Kathy's house. You're not that girl, mama. When you get into it with the other times that you get into it with the girls, they just let you have it. So you need to pipe all the way down. Because you're not this tough bitch that you're trying to make yourself seem to be. That ain't even you.
But you could never.
Okay? So everybody starts to arrive at Rachel's house for dinner. Okay? We meet Natalie. Natalie's going through a divorce. Now, before the season started, I read that her ex was worth $900 million. Now, they had something on the screen that said $450 million. Whatever it is, $450 million, $900 million, you know, that's $450 million is half of it. But, you know, I would love to be going through a divorce with 450 million was at stake, or 900 million, even better. Okay?
If you don't have my money, I won't.
But Natalie basically had on a bathing suit with a cover up.
Hated it.
And Rachel said that this is the new Natalie, not the old Natalie. So the new Natalie is a hoe. They call her Hoe Natalie. Dorit arrives, and she has the same Hermes Mini Kelly that Kyle has, which is $11,000. Okay. Now Dorit said that Dorit said that she got it for her birthday. She had just signed a book deal. What I took from that is that she only had the money to buy it after she got the book deal.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
See, people tell too much of their business. She started talking about her book, which is going to be a memoir, and it's going to be co-written by a mother and daughter duo. And so Amanda says, "You're going to have a co-author?" I just sat there and wrote.
Thank you.
But baby, who asked you? Who asked you? And Amanda is further rubbing the women the wrong way. And they feel like that she loves to put people down and lift herself up. And Rachel feels like she's bold. She is bold. She is bold. She got balls. She's up to no good. She's up to no good, I'm telling you. Sutton decides to get in the field with Amanda, okay? She plays this game with Amanda, so she tells Dorit that Amanda is concerned that she's talking too much about her divorce, and it might come back to bite her, specifically calling PK an alcoholic. Now, Dorit is shocked because Amanda told her that she was thinking about her and praying about her when she met with her in Beau. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Dorit said that she never outed PK as an alcoholic. You kind of did, Dorit.
You did.
I never heard of PK being an alcoholic until you said it last season. I never heard of it. Now, just because I never heard of it doesn't mean that he hadn't talked about it before. But I'm just saying, I don't pay attention to everything that goes on in Beverly Hills like that, but I've never heard that PK was an alcoholic until you said it last year. Okay, I'm just being real with you. So Sutton ended up pulling Jennifer for a chat, and Sutton said that Kyle told her that Jennifer said that she's the one who always stirs up trouble. That's why Garcelle doesn't want to be friends with her. And see, I don't like no shit like that. I don't like that. If you're going to go run and tell somebody what I said, say exactly what the fuck I said. Use the exact words. Because when you use different words, one word off can mean something totally different. So when you're going to go and say what I said, say exactly what the fuck I said. So Jennifer Tilly says she didn't say that, and they wrote the footage. She did not say that. Now, she did say the Garcelle part. Tilly explained that she kind of said the Garcelle part, and she said that she wouldn't speak to Sutton like that, and she doesn't like that Sutton spoke to her that way. Sutton acknowledges that she shouldn't have spoke to Tilly like that, but she did not apologize.
Wow. That's nasty.
But Tilly did apologize to her. See, that Sutton is a nasty piece of work. She's nasty. She's nasty. So dinner starts. The lights still aren't on. And Rachel said that she has 600 candles, but it does look nice. It does look nice. Okay, so she ended up getting an update from Beau. Beau's got 2 eggs retrieved.
Confetti.
There's also a psychic there. She was talking to the girls. Nothing was really interesting. She talked to Dorit. She said that it was a lot of daggers in the head when she talked to Dorit. That was the card she pulled. And she said that means it's going to be a hard end. It gave me that PK ain't paying for a motherfucking thing. And then we got Amanda, okay? She said that Amanda was a manifester. And so Amanda ended up asking, was she a medium as well? And she said, kind of, but not really. And so she asked if Zion was trying to contact her. And the psychic said that she wasn't picking up on it. Now, Amanda is sad because she wants Zion to contact her like he did Eddie. So then dinner starts, okay? Kyle asked Sutton, did she talk to Jennifer? Sutton says yes, but she didn't remember. And so Kyle asked Sutton, do you think that she made it up? Do you think that I made that up? And Sutton says no. And so Sutton asked Jennifer in the convo until he said, look, we are making a mountain out of a molehill. Y'all really, really are. Y'all really, really are. Y'all are. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. Garcelle is not. Who gives a fuck about Garcelle? Who gives a fuck about the quitter? Who gives a fuck about the quitter and what she thinks she loves? Get her ass on.
Go. I prefer that.
So then Dorit tells Amanda that she heard that she has some concerns about the way she speaks about her divorce.
Are you starting the dinner off with negativity?
I said, oh, baby. Oh, baby. And so Amanda says, Kyle and I talked about it. You see the common denominator here is Kyle. You see the common denominator here is Kyle. You see what I'm saying? But you ain't have nothing to say when you was running around here in your lesbian relationship.
All of a sudden now you can't talk. Everybody's talking about that. Oh, I can't talk about it.
I don't give a fuck how long Kyle been on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She would not be playing in my face like that. Nobody would be playing in my face like that. I don't give a fuck who they was. And to me, I feel like Kyle is the third person in this divorce between PK and Dorit. This is none of your business. None of your business. Kyle asked Dorit whether she hear this, and matters where I heard it, baby. Did you say it? And she didn't say that. I'm just saying that. But Dorit says that she heard it from Sutton. So Amanda says, what day was that? And Dorit says, well, did you think it? Matter what day it was, did you think it?
Like what?
That's the reason why.
And so Amanda says, can I be really honest? Zion died 3 years ago, and I'm holding on by a thread. Was you holding on by a thread when you was just saying you wrote your book by yourself when everybody was celebrating me? Was you holding on by a thread then? Now all of a sudden you get called out on your shit and you holding on by a thread. And so Kathy asks, is that your dog? She said, no, it's my son.
My son. My son. They're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead. They're all dead.
So Dorit apologizes, but Dorit says, I'm curious. Having an opinion from someone who doesn't know me or my situation after you've been thinking and praying for me. And so as she was getting ready to try to form a question, Amanda says, I do, you're going through a hard time. And she said, I remember agreeing with Kyle, but I don't remember having strong opinions. And so she ended up asking Kyle, and Kyle said that she doesn't remember.
That's convenient.
Well, the thing is, baby, with Sutton being there, Kyle wasn't at the conversation you was talking about. You was actually talking to Jennifer Tilly, Kyle, and you was talking to Sutton. But what happened was, girl, you've been running your fucking mouth everywhere talking about Dorit and her marriage or her divorce. You get what I'm saying? Because we ended up seeing a flashback of you talking to Kyle about it too. So Dorit asked, do you think that you hijacked Kyle's thoughts and made it your own? And so Amanda said, do you think it's fair to bring this to me when I just shared what I was going through? Baby, you started talking about it. You started talking about it. Then you got caught up and you weaponized your baby. You got caught up and then you started weaponizing your baby. Then she said, he died. My kid died. You're not very kind. And so Dorit tells her, if you're not ready to have the conversation, it's fine. So then she again tried to have the conversation. And so Dorit said, do you want to have the conversation tonight? And she said, I really don't. And she said, cool, we can have it another time. So Amanda tells Rachel Zoe that she's a wonderful host and she actually gets up to leave. And Rachel, I like Rachel, but she's not a wonderful host. Because as Amanda left, Rachel didn't get out of her seat to see her out. Now, to me, it doesn't matter how Rachel feels about Amanda. It doesn't matter if she feels like Rachel was on some bullshit or not. I mean, it doesn't matter if she feels like Amanda was on some bullshit or not. She was a guest in your home who actually bought you a hostess gift. You get your ass up and you walk to that door and you see her out, especially if she got tears on her eyes, whether they crocodile tears or not. That's proper etiquette.
That means you've been raised properly and you know how to be polite.
That's proper etiquette, okay? So Kyle and Kathy see Amanda leaving and they apologize and they say that everyone feels bad. And she says only one person should feel bad. Amanda says that the second that she said what she was going through, it should have ended. And I kind of agree, but you can't participate and then get caught up and then say he died, my kid died. You was participating. And so I feel like Amanda is trying to weaponize her son's death whenever she get called out or she started to lose the argument with Dorit. Because the truth of the matter was you was over there making assumptions about her having strong opinions about her divorce from PK. Okay? So Kathy goes to go get Dorit and she asks Dorit to be a bigger person. So Dorit goes and apologizes. She hugs Amanda, and she tries to wipe her tears, and Amanda says, don't touch me right now, please.
I won't. Get the over there then. Let's get this shit over with.
And so Amanda says, I told you my kid died, and you kept going. You kept getting stronger and stronger. Girl,
now you're lying. Now you're lying.
She wasn't getting stronger. The conversation, the tone was the same the whole time, okay? And my thing with Amanda is I get that your kid died, but if I'm Dorit, my marriage has died.
Are you okay?
My marriage has died. Listen, I can get real nasty right now, but let me stop. So Dorit said, you continued the conversation. And Amanda tried to have the conversation again. Amanda is trying to have the conversation again. And Dorit told her she didn't want to have the conversation again. Like in the moment, because you're trying to have the conversation. Girl, I'm not trying to have a conversation with you. And Amanda said, I don't think that's true. You very much want to keep going out there after I told you what was happening. You very much want to have the conversation after I told you what happened. And so she ended up, packing her stuff and she leave. Because Rachel had gave them all party gifts with like Rachel's old glasses, Rachel's old pajamas, Rachel's old shoes, all of the stuff that she got. So she ended up getting her stuff and she left. And they showed Rachel that Rachel is still sitting at the table. Like, baby, it ain't got a whole bunch of people in her foyer. Like it wasn't 4 people in her foyer, or like one of her guests didn't just leave the dinner. Rachel is a horrible host. She's a horrible host, okay? But y'all, that was the episode, okay? Do y'all think that Amanda is weaponizing her son's death? I definitely think that she's weaponizing her son's death. She definitely is, okay? And do you think Dorit should have stopped? 2 things could be true. I like Dorit. I do think Dorit should have stopped after she said what happened to her son. Dorit started it, but again, and Amanda participated in it. If Amanda didn't want to have the conversation, she shouldn't have participated at all. I would have said, girl, didn't you just hear what I said? Didn't you just hear what I said? My thing is you want drama and you want to be, I want to see you cut a bitch off, like Eddie said. You know what I'm saying? I want to see a glass bust. Bitch, didn't I tell you my son died, ho? Didn't I tell you my son died, bitch? Okay, but she didn't say none of that, okay? And do y'all think that Rachel should have walked outside to see Amanda off? I really do think that she should have walked outside to see Amanda off. I feel like, I really take it personal when I see bad hosts. You know what I'm saying? I was raised. I really take it personal when I see bad hosts. Girl, you should have got up and seen your guest off. I really do feel that way. I'm sorry. And I like Rachel, but she should have got up to see her guest off. Okay. But y'all, that really was the episode. Drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think. I really appreciate the love and support. Thank you guys for clicking on the video. I really appreciate the love and support, and I will see y'all later. Adios.